Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and we're going to start on some of the suggestions that I had on the comment that I put up on YouTube. I've got 5 pages of comments so far. Some of them I combined because they was the same thing, but the one that we're going to start on today is tags with hidden pockets. Now, I have done something similar to this before, but I'm going to do this one today a little bit different, I think. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. But I've just got some junk mail envelopes. Now, a lot of you put ideas on using junk mail. So, I've got a whole list of them, and I will try to put all of those in a playlist so you can just click on that playlist and you can see the different ways you can use junk mail. But I'll do more. I'll think of more ways and I'll do more in the upcoming videos. But right now we're going to use some envelopes. I'm also going to use some of these papers from Kara Brandon Creations. Now she's got 3 of them. There's one Pretty in Pink Tea Party Kit, Garden Tea Party Kit, and oh, I printed that one twice, did I? Let me look. Did I print that one twice? It says the same thing, but I thought it was she had 3 different kits. I may have clicked on the same one and printed it twice. No, this one's different, so this must be a different name. Garden Tea Party Kit. Garden Tea Party Kit. I must have printed this sheet twice because these are different. So let me see what the name of one of these is, and I'll be right back. Alright, this one is Pretty in Green. Let me correct that. I printed this sheet twice. This one is Pretty in Green. And it's Tea Party Kit. So it's Pretty in Green Tea Party Kit. Okay. Now, the good news is, from now until this coming Friday, the 17th, these will be on sale in her Etsy shop for 50% off. I'm going to put her link below. It doesn't say that you have to have any kind of coupon code or anything, but I'll put her link below and you can go over and check these out. I'll flip through real quick and then I'm going to start using them, but I always use this page too. I never let that page go to waste. But this one is the Pretty in Pink. That would make beautiful background pages, and that's usually what I do is I take these and I put them back in my printer with them turned over, and I print on the back side, and a lot of times I will use these background sheets. And if I go through these too fast and you want to see them again, then you can just go right over to her Etsy store and she'll have it where you can click right through and see each page. But aren't they pretty? I love tea stuff. These little teacups and tea kettles, all of that. There's another pretty background sheet. I love, love, love it. I need some material that has some teapots on it. That's what I need to make a journal with this. I may have to look and see if I can find some. And then, of course, she always has lots of embellishments that you can use to go with her kits. Look at that. Look at all those cutouts. So pretty. And the smaller journal cards. The pockets. Love them. And then those were tags. These are journal cards. And then the little labels and all of that. Isn't that cute? Okay, so that one is Pretty in Pink. And we're going to be using some of that one today, I think. If I don't change my mind, I may use this one. This one is Pretty in Green Tea Party Kit. Look at that. Gorgeous. You did a great job, Kara. And hubby. Hubby helps, I think. Isn't that pretty? Lots of good pages and lots of good background sheets. That would make a beautiful sheet to go on the back, on the reverse side. That one would. That one would. And then more tags, larger tags, more larger tags, pockets. I love those slant pockets. I can pick these up. And then the cutouts, and she does a little background around the cutouts, so if you don't get it cut perfectly, you still have that little bit of tan background. You don't have the white showing, so I like that part. A lot of the designers have gone to that now, and it helps people like me who don't cut exactly very well. All right, this one is Garden Tea Party Kit. Oh, look at that. See, I love that. Love that. I may end up using this one. I don't know. I may end up using some of both and make 2 or 3 journals out of them. They have got tons of pages in them. So, and they all coordinate, so you could use some of each. That may be what I do. But I'm thinking my next journal is going to be a tea party journal. Very beautiful. Now, I didn't print these all the way to the edge of the paper. I left a little bit because I didn't want to cut off some of these edges. Sometimes when you do full sheet print, you'll cut off a little bit of the embellishments, and I don't like to do that. I like to have those on there. That's a good background sheet. That's a good one. Good. It's always good to have lots of these because these are good for your tags, your journaling cards, all different kinds of things. Good for different pieces of ephemera. That's pretty. And then lots of tags, lots of cutouts, more cutouts, journaling cards, or just little places you can tuck these. Very pretty. I love these little things. Pockets. And tags. Those are pretty. Ooh, those large tags. Aren't those gorgeous? You would have to do nothing to these except put a little bit of seam binding at the top, and you could even maybe put a little label on some of these that don't have a label, and here's your labels right here, and then just put a backing sheet on it and it's finished. You don't have to do very much to that at all. Isn't that beautiful? Uh-oh. See, this is what I was talking about. This one I printed full sheet. I told my printer to do full sheet and to cut off these. I will still use these, but I just wanted to show you the difference. Let me grab that one back that I had right here that I went back and reprinted. I like to try it one time just to see how it's going to print. Alright, there we go. You can see the difference. It blows it up a little bit, plus it cuts off sometimes the bottom and sometimes the side. But like I said, I'll use these no matter what. I will. And then I have people all the time who ask me what paper I print on. Now, my HP printer is linked below. I'm going to go ahead and link the HP paper that I use to print my digitals on, and the Instant Ink program through the HP. Now, I noticed the other day, I go through every so often and I check my links, and I checked the link on my printer the other day, and I noticed that if you purchase that printer that I'm showing in the link, that you get 6 months of free ink through the Instant Ink program. And if you sign up through my link through Instant Ink, then I get a free month and you get a free month. So that would be 7 months of free ink. You can't beat that. I love my Instant Ink program. It saves me lots and lots of money. I print tons, as you guys know. So it just saves me lots of money every year. And if you don't print a lot, like Melina doesn't print a lot, if you don't print a lot, you can still use it and save money because you can get the lower program. I think Melina's is just $4.95 a month, and she gets her ink delivered right to her door. It delivers before she runs out. As soon as you put your last cartridge in, they go ahead and mail you another one. So that link also will be below if you're interested in checking that out. Just wanted to let you guys know I have lots of questions. Every video people ask me what printer I use, what paper I use, and what ink I use. So all of that will be linked below the video. You just have to open up all of my description and just look down and you'll see it. All right, if you have some envelopes that are just plain and they don't have the window, you can use those. They will be fine. I don't have any. I've used all of mine up. All of these are junk mail envelopes. They have the window, but I'm going to cover up the window. You could leave it open, but the suggestion here is tags with hidden pockets. So if I leave this open, you're going to know that that pocket's not hidden. So we're going to close that up. Oh my goodness, it is so hot here today. It is, let's see, right now it's 90 with a heat index of 102. And then, you know, we're very humid. So you walk outside and it's like, I don't know, breathing a sponge or something. But it is just so hot and miserable. It's just, ugh. And it's supposed to go up to 93 today, and the heat index is supposed to be close to 112, I think. So that's not going to be a nice time. Not. And it's hot in my little shop out here because this used to be a sunroom. So all the way around, except on 2 walls, we have windows. And I know I've shown that in a video before. So it just makes it very, very hot. It's hard to cool it off during the day. And even though I've got the air conditioner blowing 90 to nothing right now and both ceiling fans going, it's still hot. I'm still sweating. All right, so I glued that top shut and then I opened it up. Well, yeah, I did. I opened it up. And then I'm going to make sure that these little pieces here are glued down. I know some of you have asked that I not cut out so much of my videos. I had been cutting out when I do inking and when I do different things that you guys know how to do. I had been cutting that out. But I've had some people that have asked that I not cut so much out because it's like I'm cutting too much out for them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you for the majority. Now, if the majority is satisfied with the way I'm doing the videos now, then I will continue to do that. But if the majority would like to see the entire video without anything cut out other than if I make a flub up, I might cut that out, then you need to let me know in the comments below. I try not to cut out real important things, like if I'm doing something like this, but when I'm just inking a lot of paper, I don't figure you really need to see that because most people know how to ink. But I do have some people that have asked me, please show that, because I just want to hear you talk. I want to hear you talk through that. So I can definitely do that. You know, I mean, you guys know I can talk. So let me know in the comments below and we will go with what the majority thinks. Okay. Now I am going to tear this edge right here. Well, I think I am. I've got this little mat under there, so that's going to be hindering it. It lets my paper slide, so I may have to take that out. Yep, I'm going to have to take that out. Does much better without that. Anything that, when you're using the tear ruler, and I know I've had a few people that have got one that has said, it just doesn't seem to work for me. The first thing that you have to do when you have the tear ruler is you have to have lots of good pressure on this side. Lots of good pressure from the top to the bottom before you tear. You need to pull toward the ruler when you're tearing. And then you don't need to have anything under it. Like I had this little mat under there, that let that paper slide back and forth. That doesn't work. So, and I should have known better, but you know I didn't. So just make sure you don't have anything under there. And I try to tear, I have to pull the largest piece. I can't tear these little bitty pieces with just holding them by my hands alone. So I put it to where I tear, you know, I've got a bit better grip on it and I can tear it this way, if you know what I mean. That, I don't know how to explain it, but you guys know what I mean. So, I have lots to tell you. I think I have lots to tell you. I have lots of things that I need to tell you. The kids, and when I say the kids, that's Melina and Brandon and Alicia and her girls. Benji, of course, he usually has to work, so he doesn't get to go that often. But the kids are heading out Thursday afternoon, I think it is, or Friday morning, on a 12-day trip of singing and, well, singing, basically. I don't know what I started to say, singing and, well, you know, there'll be probably some preaching in there too. They're going to, and listen to these states, because if you live in these states, and I know some of you do because I've seen your comments, if you live in these states, make sure that you check it out and see if it's close to you, and if it is, go meet them. Michigan, they're going to Michigan. I'll try to remember to put their link below so you can go over and look at their website, and it'll tell you exactly the town, the church, or the convention center, or whatever. They're going to Michigan, and then they'll be back in Ohio for 3 or 4 days. They'll be in Michigan 2 or 3 days, Ohio 3 or 4 days, and then back in Tennessee, I think, a couple of days. So if you're in any of those cities or any of those states, look in the link below, and I'll try to remember to leave you the link to their website, and you can go over and see if they're going to be close to you. They would love, love, love to meet you. And if you do go meet them, say, guess what? Your mom sent us over here. Okay. Now I'm going to make these probably, let's see, how big is this paper? This is 8 1/4. I really don't want my tag to be completely 8 1/4. So I'm going to cut this down a little bit. I think that would be pretty big for a tag. So I am going to cut this down to, let's see. Let's see what that is. Get that little part off. We'll see if that's the length that I need. That is 7 1/2. Yes, I think that will work. Now I'm going to take right here on the end, and I'm going to put just a little bit of glue. This is our art glitter glue with the fine tip. Okay, there we go. And Miss Brooklyn is going to be going too, so you got to go meet Miss Brooklyn. That girl is a mess. She is a mess. I don't know if Presley's going to go. Presley's dad's going to be home next week. You know, he travels all the time for work. And he's going to be home next week. And so Presley's like, I want to stay home and be with Dad. So she's a daddy's girl. So I don't know if Presley's going to be there. But I know Erin will be there. Melina will be there. Bethany, Brandon, Alicia, and Miss Brooke. Miss Queen will be there. That girl. She has been practicing a song that she wants to sing. And Uncle Brendan said, you know, you get it down, you're welcome to sing it on stage. And she was like, with a microphone? And he said, yes, with a microphone. She said, okay. If I can sing it with a microphone. He said, yes, ma'am, you'll get a microphone just like we do. This is a piece of our nonstick craft mat. Now, if you get one, it's big. You know, it's that big. So this is just a piece of an old one that I had that I actually tore or cut a little bit. So I just keep this little piece on my desk for smaller projects. Okay. All right. And when you get your glue on this, you can just wipe it right off with a baby wipe. Let's see. I'm going to use my trimmer here to try to cut this pretty straight. Hopefully I can without cutting my envelope open. Sometimes. See, it didn't work. Just because my glue's wet. What I'm going to do is just trim that off. Never try to trim when your glue's wet. I do it because, number one, I'm impatient, and number two, I'm doing a video. And I edit my videos, so I don't do everything live. I can edit that part out if I wanted to let it dry, but I'm very impatient. And you can definitely cut around it, but cutting around it when the glue's wet just gums up your scissors too. So don't do what I do. Do what I say do. I'm kidding. All right, I am sure I cut a little piece of that envelope open. Yep, I did. I didn't cut the end. Okay, I did cut right back here. And that's not a big problem. I'm just going to glue it right back together with my art glitter glue. And I may put the rest of them together with art glitter glue because I just don't like to wait on a glue stick to dry. This one dries pretty fast, but I don't like to wait on it to dry. Art glitter glue dries so fast. All right, now we've got our pocket there. This is going to be our tag. So I'm going to cut this into a tag shape. Let's see. Yeah, Miss Brooke. She's a mess. She told her mother, she told Alicia, Alicia said, now we're going to be gone for almost 2 weeks. Are you going to be okay being gone that long? And Brooklyn said, you're going, right? And Alicia said, well, sure, I'm going. I have to sing. And she said, Mom, if you're going, I'm going because I can't be away from you that 2 weeks. I can't be away from you 2 weeks. So if you're going, I'm going. Alicia said, okay then. And see, Presley's the opposite. Presley can be away from her, but she don't like being away from her dad. And she's away from her dad a lot because he does have to travel a lot for work. And she just likes any opportunity that she gets to stay home with Dad. That's what she wants to do. Okay, so there's our pocket. Let me get some ink, and I'm going to ink this to something a little bit different. Maybe some rose color or something. Okay, I'm going to go to my Old Faithful Victorian Velvet. It always looks really good on paper like this. Now, if you're not aiming for a hidden pocket, you could cut an opening right there. But since I'm aiming for a hidden pocket, we're not going to do that. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to cover the back of this. And the reason I'm going to cover the back of this is because this is going to be a tag, so it may slide down in a pocket. And we want to have the back where we can journal on it. And I'm just going to do this with some art glitter glue. Like I said, I use my glue stick, but I'd rather use my art glitter glue. Oh, I think I can, maybe. I think I can use that on there. And let's see. I'm going to have a little issue down here at the bottom where I tore it crooked. It's moving on over a little bit. There we go. Because the good part about digitals is you can print again. Okay. Let's see if that works. Looks like it will. And Melina's trying her best to get enough videos ready for you guys so that you won't miss any of her videos while she's gone. And I'm sure she'll be doing some things from the road too. I told her she had to be, they're going to be up close to Lake Michigan, and I told her she had to do some videos from there because I've not ever been in that area before. We would love to go with them, and normally we probably would, but with everything going on with the house and people coming in and out, we just don't feel comfortable enough to leave right now. So we're not going to do it this time. Okay, so there is our tag. And then, now when this dries, it'll be much stiffer. It's just because the glue is still wet right now. Now we're going to make something to go in here in the pocket. And you know what? The good thing about this is, with it being this size, I think we can use one of these tags to go in there. So let's go ahead and put some paper on the back of this. I'm going to use just a piece of coffee dyed paper. This is from Triple V Vintage. And let me hold it up to the light so I can make sure I get it on there without wasting anything. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and cut around it because I don't want to waste very much of that paper. There we go. Much, much better. Let's see. Put it down this way. Then we can trim around it. Let's do that. I'm going to use art glitter glue. I print on 28-pound copy paper. And normally it is thick enough that I don't have to worry about my glue showing through. And two, I like to put it on there and then kind of smooth it out a little bit. There we go. And then if you'll take your bone folder or your little card and just go over that, it will spread that glue out and you won't see any lines or anything in it. Now, if you don't feel like that your cards and things are strong enough, you can always put them down on a piece of cardstock or something like that and then put your backing on. I think that one will be fine once the glue dries. It feels good and strong right now. And then this piece, of course, I'm going to save because I don't want to throw that away. So what this card will do is slide right in there. So you'll have a tag and a tag and a hidden pocket. Now let's see if I've got room to put something on the top of that. I think I do. Let me look through my little punch outs here and see if I come up with one that's very small that might go on there. Oh, that's cute. We'll go with that one. Flowers on flowers. Can never get enough flowers. I sent Aaron out this morning to water my tomato plants. And I'm hoping that he didn't give them a shock. He forgot to let the water run out of the faucet for a while because or out of the hose for a while because, you know, with the hose laying out in this kind of weather, it's very, very hot water. And he hit my first tomato plant with that hot water, and I'm hoping that it didn't hurt it. It looks okay right now. I looked at it a minute ago, and it looks okay, so. But as soon as he did it, he realized what he had done, and he went, oh! And I looked out, and he went, I'm sorry, Nene. I said, that's okay. It was an accident. Just, you know, let the water run out and let it get cooled off. So, he did, but he was upset because he thought he had already made a big, big mistake. Isn't she cute? But I couldn't get her all on there. I've got some little kits with her in there. I'll have to load those up for you guys because they are adorable. And it's only like, I think it's maybe 10 sheets or 12 sheets, something like that, of paper, but they're 6x6. Is that 6x6 or 4x4? No, they're actually 5x5. But I got some little kits I need to load up and let you guys look at and buy if you'd like, because I've got way too many of them. Now, I've just got some embellishments in here, and I'm going to look and see if there's one that I want to put on here. And I'm thinking I do want to put a tab on there to pull out, but not one with a date on it. Pink, pink, pink. Let's see. I really like that one. That one would be too big. That one's pretty too. That one's got a little bit more green in it, so it might actually work better. Yeah. This one is so close to the color of the background. So let's do that one on there. And then And I'm going to ink around this with a little bit of this Victorian Velvet, just to take care of some of that white. So we had to have a little bit of a come to Jesus meeting with our contractor yesterday. That come to Jesus meeting is what I always used to tell the girls. You have to get straightened up, or we're going to have a come to Jesus meeting. But it wasn't really his fault, but you know, he's running the crew. So, but the guy that has been doing and I'm going to talk kind of low because I don't think he's in there right now, but the guy that's been doing the drywall, he's just been so very slow. And they said that he wasn't slow at all. But it's like I don't know. And he's not getting paid by the hour, so I know he's not doing that. He's just getting paid by the job. But I don't know. He was just piddling. And he would only come in for an hour, and he would leave and wouldn't come back. And then he'd say he'd be here one day, and he wouldn't be here. And so finally, Whit just called the contractor and said, "Look, you and I got to have a discussion. Things are not going so good over here." So he came over and had a talk with him, and well, surprise, surprise, he did a whole day's work in like an hour yesterday. I mean, it's amazing when you kind of give people a little bit of a push, isn't it? Because I had already said, we're not paying him what we quoted, because he's not doing the work. So contractor said, "Look, they're not happy." And he told the contractor, he said, "I don't think she likes me." He said, "Well, you're not here to make a relationship with these people. You're here to do a job." Oh, me. All right. I'm just going to leave that little tip sticking out just a tiny bit. You could put it on in, but that will just allow you, I mean, you can still pull it out. You know, you can open it up and pull it out, but then we need something up here. Oh, that butterfly's pretty, isn't it? That goes with that. And this is not, this is from a collection that has nothing to do with this, but look how well they blend. And I think I'm going to go around this little butterfly with this ink too. So make sure that you just mix and match your kits. They will work. That was so hard for me to say. I took 4 tries trying to say that. And the other ones will be cut out, but mix and match your kits. I don't know why I couldn't get that out of my mouth. Normally I get things out of my mouth very, very easy. Very, very easy. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use one of those labels. I think I'm going to go to, let me grab my little book here. This is an ephemera journal that I made a couple of years ago. I do have tutorials on all of my ephemera journals. I get asked that lots and lots of times too. I do have tutorials on all of those, so you can go over and check those out. See what, just a little, yeah. Let's do that. These are from Tracy Fox on Etsy. And if you just type in Tracy, and I'm pretty sure she spells it with a I-E, Tracy Fox, F-O-X, she will pull up, or Love Junk Journals is her Etsy store name. But she pulls up either way, I think. Pretty sure she does. Because every time I use somebody's label, I can't remember to link them every time. So I try to tell the name, and then you guys can go over there and do the search and pull it right up. Alright, there's that. And I purchased these with my own money. It's not like, you know, she didn't send these to me for free where I need to make sure that I give out the links and all that. These just items that I purchased with my own money. Well, with money that you guys share with me. Okay, I'm using my ribbon punch. This will be linked below in my description. Love my ribbon punch. It punches that little opening there that makes it really easy to put lace, trims, things like that in. Let me get some seam binding. Okay, this seam binding is from my Scrap Cabin shop. And this is her Tea Party bundle. Can you believe that? Tea Party bundle. I just picked it up. I didn't even realize that's what it was. Tea Party bundle set, Tropical Paradise. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm thinking that one's going to go the best. Well, I will put her link below because she did send me those for me to use and show. And I love her seam binding. A lot of you guys have already started shopping with her. And I know she appreciates that, and so do I. I like to support other stores. Okay. There we go. Got some seam binding on there. And I think that's all I'm going to do. Other than I may stitch around part of this. I can't stitch here, of course, but I may do some stitching here or even some faux stitching. And you can do faux stitching very easy. Just get a black pen and just go around and do some little dots all the way around it. So there is one tag. I'm going to make maybe a couple more because I like that. We'll use some different paper and different embellishments. We may even make the tag a little bit different. I don't know. We'll see. You have to stick around to see. Oh, that one's pretty. Let's use that. And this tag's going to be a little bit different, so hang on. All right. On this one, I do have a little bit of that white showing. You know what? I don't think I'm going to cut that white off because you can barely see it. I'll just ink it. On this one, I think I will make a pocket, and a tag. What does that look like? Have a pocket. We could have the pocket on the back or the pocket in the front. And this is another good way to use up all of those junk mail envelopes. I had to go turn the air down to about 60. I am burning up out here. I don't know if it's going to make any difference or not. We have got those double insulated windows, but it seems like they're just not doing any good. I guess in heat like this, they won't. But, okay, got that. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm just going to do a pocket here and a pocket here and make this into a tag. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this part first. Now I want, let's see, ooh. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Okay, what I'm going to do is we're going to try this and see if it works. I am going to mark this with my pencil right here. Alright, now I'll go ahead and put that down. I'm going to mark it with my pencil over here. Just give me some ideas as to where to cut. These trimmers, I know I've had lots of people that have asked about these trimmers. They're still on back order. That keeps telling us they're coming in this week, they're coming in this week, they're coming in this week. So far, this week hasn't happened. So, we don't know exactly when they're coming in. Okay. Cutting that off right there. Now, I'll show you what I'm going to do, hopefully, if it works. That's going to cover up here, and where our little vase will stick out there. And then this is going to go down here like that. It's just going to meet up, but we're still going to have a pocket there. So let's do this first. I'm going to put my ink. This is ink. I'm going to put my glue on here. Oh my word. Put my glue on here. And I probably went too far down with my glue, but if I did, I can wipe it off. Yeah, I need to mark this. You mark right there. And we're going to take this glue off because we don't want to glue our pocket shut. Yeah, that'll work. So then this needs to go right at the very edge of that, like that and press it down. That works, I think. Let's go ahead and trim this off. Someone asked me the other day, are you remodeling your whole house? Well, I'm not remodeling any of it by choice, but when we took out a lot of things, you know, most all of our items that's in our house have been in there for 30 some odd years, ever since we built the house. So there was some things that just, when it come down, it just could not go back up. So, like the cabinets, they came down. They could have gone back up, but it would have took some work to put them back up. So we ended up giving those to a friend of ours that was remodeling a house, and he does a lot of woodwork anyway. So he and his wife have refinished them, and I mean, they look really good, but that was something that we couldn't do. Whit and I just couldn't do that. Not at this point. And not with him having his heart problems like he does. We give them to them, and then they have refinished them and put them in this house that they're remodeling, and they look very good, and I'm glad that they got them. So now, let's see. We'll go ahead and cut this in a tag shape. Use my little template that I have here. And then, like the bar stools that I sold, we're not having a bar put back in our dining room or kitchen, so there was no need for me to have bar stools. So because we're going to go with very simple, very few cabinets, because there's just no need in going with as many as we had. It was just way too many. So we're going to be just going with simple and just a few. So therefore, we didn't need the bar stools. So a friend of ours did need them. So he purchased those. And see how it just, I don't give it time to dry. He came by and picked those up, and since he needed them, that was a good deal for him. And then there's just odds and ends, like things that I've had under my cabinets forever. When we cleaned all of those out, I looked at things that I haven't seen in years, and I said, why do I have that? Because I haven't used it, so why do I have it? So we just decided it was time to get rid of some things. So I sold a lot of it on Marketplace, and I've sold some of it on Facebook, and just different places, because, you know, sometimes you just look at it and you go, why did I even have that, or why did I even buy it? I've only used it once. I'm going to go ahead and glue this little opening there back up. So that's the gist of it. I know I've had a few people just say, well, it must be nice to remodel your whole house. Well, it wasn't by choice, and it's not remodeling. It's basically putting things back that are water damaged, and we're just having to put things back. Like all of our flooring had to come up, so we had to get new flooring. And so nope, we're not just remodeling just because we had lots of money, because we don't. If the insurance had not paid us, we couldn't even have had our house fixed. It would have just had to stay like it was, because we couldn't have afforded it. So thank the Lord for insurance. Okay, we're going to put that on the back. And yeah, we had a high deductible, but, you know, hopefully we're going to get everything done and not have to take a lot out of our pocket, I hope. We don't know yet, because we're just now to the stages of, you know, the flooring next week, I think, is supposed to go down, so we're just now at those stages, so we don't really know what all is coming. We know we do have that one little problem that we didn't think we was going to have at the back door. And if you want to know about all of that, you can click on the link below, and I'll have that video linked for you. It's the video that I showed last week of the little surprise that they had for us when they was tearing out some of the flooring in the living room. we got a little surprise. And I'll let you watch the video to find out what that surprise was. But, you know, there's some unexpected problems that we are going to run into, and we know that, you know, the insurance will pay for different things, but they're not going to pay for anything that was already messed up. I mean, that's not the way insurance works. And this was something that was already messed up. We didn't realize it was, but it was. Okay, look at that. I love that. Now it's going to be a little pocket in there. Now you can cut a little opening here or a little pull there. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to mess my little tiered piece there up. I want it to look like it just continues on. And if I cut that little opening, it wouldn't look that way. So I'm going to leave it like that. Kara, these papers are just gorgeous. And they're gorgeous using like this. Okay, so now we have a pocket there. And then we have a pocket here. Now again, if you want to cover this with a little bit of paper, you can. You can just, as a matter of fact, you could just stick a little bit of this paper in there. Let's try that. And this is just some paper that I coffee dyed. And we're going to tear that off right there. And you can see how I'm measuring. Just stick that in and cover that. Okay. Now I like to put it in there and I go in and put some glue underneath and then glue it down. A lot of people put the glue on the piece and then try to stuff it in there. Every time I do that, I get glue everywhere. So I like to just put my piece up in there and then stick my glue in there. Then I stick my little card or my bone folder up in there and just press all of that down. There we go. Then we'll trim this little piece off. So let me know in the comments below if you live in Michigan or Ohio or Tennessee for that matter. And if you think that you might be able to go out and see Melina and them. Go and check out, they'll have all of their CDs and CD-ROMs and whatever all of that other stuff is called. CD-ROMs. Is there a CD-ROM? I don't know. Flash drive. That's what it is. A CD-ROM was many years ago. You can tell how old I am. They'll have all of those with them. And they would be tickled to death just to see you. Don't have to purchase anything. Okay. Oh, I like that little butterfly with that. It's cute. So let's put that little butterfly down. I'm trying to remember what embellishments these are. These came in the June kit, I do believe. These embellishments. I'm pretty sure they did. June E-kit. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And then, again, I'm going to put a different label or something right here. Maybe we'll put one of our little labels, just journal, right there. A little bit of that brown on there won't hurt. Oh, you know what? I may want to do this instead. Let's do one of, this is Nancy's Fancies beads. And love her little labels. They're so cute. And she has different size labels. They're not all this size, but I like these smaller ones. And I got that. Did I get that crooked? I think it'll be all right. So, what do you think about that one? And we can put a little tag there. So let's grab a little tag. I know she has some in here that would fit there. These would fit perfect in there. The only thing is, I don't want to cover this up. Isn't that something? I may just put some little short tags in there and not cover that up. And then you can put a little journal card or something in here if you wanted to do that. One of those journal cards, those are kind of small, but they would work. Or you can go ahead and do just like we did on that other one and put, let's see, would this fit? Yep. Put one of these in there. That would be cute. So that is another pocket. Let's go ahead and do our top here. Ooh, got that one a little bit off center, but it'll work. You know why it will work? Because when we put the seam binding in there, we can kind of move the seam binding a little bit to make it look like it's right in the center. And this one I'm going to use on this one. This is a little bit more of a pinky color. So I'll show you how we can just move that seam binding over. And now it looks like it's right in the center. So there are just 2 tags with hidden pockets. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Very little will be cut out. You'll be able to see most everything. But again, make sure you let me know in the comments below if you like seeing the inking and all of that, or if you like me cutting that out. Just let me know. I know some people do, some people don't, but we want to do what the majority is asking for, okay? Alright, we'll talk to you guys later. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're a subscriber, because Friday we're going to have another giveaway and you have to be a subscriber to win. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.